whispered to me, why don't you highly respect him? That's where we get mothers, sisters, friends, judges, women. But now the challenge is the girl child has been extremely empowered to an expense of a boy child, a leader. And now boys are becoming so weak everywhere. When I visit churches, I find out that 80% of the choir members, they are women and girls. Even schools, Dr. Kahigiza could bear witness. The girls in choir are very active. By the way, today, most of the school teachers are women. I found out that when I go for confirmations, 90% of those I confirm are girls. I found out that those who are visiting schools to check on their children, they are women, most of the time. The only place where men are beating the women is prison. It is prison. Of course, not every man who is in prison has committed has a crime. Not all of them, but they are outnumbering. They are outnumbering the men. The women? Am I right? Yeah. Also, another place where men are outnumbering the women, but this one is debatable. It is bars. But this one is debatable a little bit. Because in bars, there are a number of women working there, so many go there. But there is another place where women are beating men also. This is when they are visiting witch doctors. Witch doctors, the women are outnumbered there. But the reason why they go there, because of men. They go there because of men. They want to bewitch them, they want favors, to love them. A woman who is no longer whispered to by her husband, you know, she is no longer calling me sweetheart, scarring Lizzie. So now she goes to visit a witch doctor to find favors. So now you can see, even in our leadership in the secular world, we have, let's say Uganda, look at the leadership, the topmost. You can see the vice president, the prime minister, the speaker. Most of the directors, they are women. By the way, they are doing a good job. It is believed that women are more faithful than men, except the men who are here. But in other circles, by the way, even in Tanzania you see, so percentage of men who are really doing great things, compared to women, it's going down. And now I want to appreciate the theme which was chosen by our current governor, this governor. Let us appreciate him. My support, and any other information you need, Engineer Chibuka, Salongo Semugera, we have a team, and we have made and we have gone an extra mile to have boys campaigns and bring conferences for boys only and talk to them. Even in schools, we can meet boys and talk to them. Unfortunately or fortunately, even when we say we are coming to visit a school, we want to meet boys. The girls also come, and they outnumber the boys. They are committed. They are committed. And this I must admit, the girls are committed. Now, listen to this percentage, which you found out about boys to men campaign. The percentage from the research said 10% of men father the children they are not aware of. Today, there are 10% men, that person, they have fathered children, but they are not aware of. This is your child. Really? Since when? It is as a result of the boy-child challenges involving matrimony. There's another percentage. There are actually 40% of men father the children and abandon them. 40% father the children, but they abandon them. Ask a man near you, have you never abandoned any child of yours? 45% father the children, looked after them, but did not connect with them. Their children, their fathers, they have children. At least I know, Namataba, there was a man who had a number of children. And they were always taken back to maternal boarding school. They could bring a Bedford and take all the children to school, but they were getting school fees, but the man didn't know them, the father. So he kept on asking, you, who's your mother? Okay, your man's child. How about you? And there are some neighbors around who did not have school fees. So they could just bring the children when they are taken back to school. And how about you? They just knew the names of that clan. And the mothers coached them. You just say, I'm so and so. And okay, you enter the room. And so 45 further children took care of them, but they had no connection at all. No emotional connection, not at all. And I know that because my father was a polygamist. He had 3 wives, sometimes 4, depending on the season. The season of cotton, another wife. The season of coffee, another wife. So I was their first child, and my mother went with me when I was 1-year child, and I grew up in Katwe. So anything to do with fathers, I know fathers are don't carers. And so that's why I made a commitment. I have to get married to only one wife, Margaret Nakai, only one, and we have children. And when God gave us Moses, who is now Reverend Peter, and Enoch, who is a pilot now, Joseph said, that's enough. So that I give them attention and I take care of them. Because I don't want them to go through what I went through. Now look at another percentage. 5% father the children and he connected with them very well. Only 5%. Only 5. I don't know where you fall. Well, maybe you're in the 5, maybe you're from the 45. There are some people who are here. They never connected with their father at all. But somehow God helped you. Like he helped me. For me, I contribute to Jesus Christ. And some other people who helped me, one could buy a book, another one could buy a pen. That's why, even when God gave us these 4 boys, we had to take in 20 other children who didn't have parents. Because I know there must be somebody to care for someone who will be somebody in the future. that's why when I'm invited, I have to come, because I know what you are doing. Even when I've been having a meeting today, the Assembly Council of Kampala, and tomorrow I have to graduate 1,200 students at UCU, including the first cohort of students with medicine, medical doctors, our first group. And then from there I go to Soroti to visit the diocese. I thought this is very important to come, because I know what you are doing. This is very, very important to our children, to the needy, to the left out, to the lost, to the hopeless, to those who have no hope. You will build your hope into someone's life. Give God a mighty hand. Listen to this. 25% of homes are fully headed by women. 25% fully headed by women, even when the men are there. The men are the women, actually. And this is what happens. Challenges of a boy child who has become maybe a man and somehow ended up getting a wife. And now he's one of those led by a woman in the 25%. There are some of these challenges they face. One, a woman determines the schedule for sex. The program for sex is determined by this one. When a man comes and says, he says, until I make up my mind. Because you don't have, when you have money, some men suffer honorably. There are some men who are married there, but they are suffering honorably. We see some others are even driving, but when they go home, they are suffering honorably. Ask that man near you. How is actually, the way they suffer, they are denied their sexual rights. Because they don't have money. They don't have a voice. Secondly, they have no respect. No respect at all. Except the women here present. They are amongst the few who are respecting their husbands. But many of those who have money and respect, no. The men, they are just suffering honorably. And sometimes, some others, even if they go outside their marriage vows or so forth, and they sleep with the other men. Some of them, not all. I haven't seen any here since I entered. And that's why these days, the issue of DNA, that one is a challenge. You men here present, if you're not strong, don't even try to do that. DNA, leave it. You just be like what happened in the Holy Scriptures. Joseph they said, your wife is pregnant with the Holy Spirit, and oh, praise the Lord. And he took care of Jesus. No complaint. Good. So you just apply that scripture and say, don't go DNA, you will die prematurely. Let me ask you, the women here, if you are married, you ask that woman, are those children you have belong to that man? These are just provocative questions. Where do you think of? Actually, according to Proverbs chapter 15, verse 20, sons can make their fathers and mothers happy, and on the other hand, can bring them shame and sorrow. Sons. In the African traditional context, it's not easy to raise a boy to a little man. And because of this, the current boy child is not well prepared to be a man who can take care of another person's daughter. In the African tradition, monogamous marriages, where there are no children or delayed birth of any child or having children of the same sex, is very hard to endure. Even when you are having boys. And I am reverend. Some of my sisters approached me. Senga funa y'ekimala wano galojja n'okola omulimu ebisigadde bitulekere. Even there is always a challenge. All the girls, all the boys, and as if. But I discovered that all children are very important. And currently, I have 4 daughters in love, not in law. 3 are from Uganda, 1 from Kunjiri. Very good daughter, very good. And you know, the boys love their mothers so much. So I was over, by the way, women, Pananga, you help us so that our children can love us. Because some of the women, they send and tell these children, if you misbehave, I will tell your father, and you will see his harshness. So you're like a police. Or if there is a problem, she can say, Mwami, Bokorako, you become a dog of the home. So we need to definitely see how the man and the woman can work together to ensure they bring up a boy child. Listen to this. The suffering of a boy child in holy matrimony is attributed to the way a boy is left out and not prepared. Many boys are not given attention. I confess, even in the church, the time which is spent on women, the mothers, union, the singers, but the men, they don't get a lot of attention like the women. And so, for me, I discovered it because I was trained in football I trained with the Nachivo boys, which is the Young Express. It's actually Nachivo boys which produced Villa. When he done, I was there watching the game, and Express played with the Simba Football Club. This is when we had Michael Chiganda, Tanka Mubiru, all these good players, they were there. And Express won by 2. And Nasuru was up there. And he came down and Team Njwezi. There and then, because this is Simba, was the Uganda Army. And now, out of that, Nachivo Boys was promoted to become Nachivo Villa, which became Villa. I don't know why Villa and Express would be enemies. Because Villa came from Express. So I was trained by Nachivo Boy now, and this was the Young Express. Then I went in Chapwe in one of the holidays to see my father, where I didn't get any favor at all, because they were stepmothers. And I went to play football. When I went to play football, I was definitely trained. You get a ball, you give a pass. You get a ball in the chest, you make a pass. Or on the head, bring it on the chest control, which we are trained by. We are trained by Filippo Mondi. Filippo Mondi is the one who brought chest control here. He could control the ball. and it rests here, feel for morning. So I love this chest control. I could catch the panic and control it, make it goes up and make a pass. And you go back, you head it in. So I was well trained. Then I went in a village. I could get a pass and I go and make a square pass. And this villager, one is within track. And you go there, you think he's going to make a square pass. Not at all. And we lost because they were not trained. Now, the issue of domestic violence is because of the trained, well-trained women going with the untrained men in the soccer of the bed and the domestic violence. Ask that man there, did you get a training? Some people learning it on the job. And these women are saying, they are not trained. The suffering, the way they are despised, the way they are despised, the way they lose respect. This boy child in matric because of not being equipped from day one. Ask your neighbor, are you hearing what the Archbishop is talking about? That is why some others, they are taking care of children who are not theirs. Because they were not well equipped. And so, these ladies say, can definitely not feel out. So that kind of. There is a lot of suffering because of unfaithfulness in homes. And this is. So now I want to call upon you as Rotarians. This campaign should be, and all of us, to give attention to a boy child right from primary. And now, as you can tell, they are absent fathers. They are not there. Fathers are absent. The only day when a father will be there is the day he will know that this woman will be pregnant tonight. They don't miss that night. And another day is graduation. When a child is, this is when fathers will put on their jackets and suits and the day of introduction. Those days, fathers are always there. But let me tell you this, these are practical things I've discovered. We need to give attention to the boys. For me, I have done it practically. I am watching football with them. One is supporting Liverpool, another one Man U, another one Manchester City, and you watch. So that is the time I can talk to them as you watch. And we build a rapport. And I talk to them. So I make them my friends. They are now out of the house. But this is one of the things I discovered. I can watch soccer with them, I can talk to them. And I had time to say, but you know, a woman is very important. That's why I have your mother here. So when you get a wife, take care of her. Training from home. If that one is not done, then they have homes and issues. And the word wife, W-I-F-E, becomes what is invited forever. Instead of welfare, invited forever. Where there is a lot of harmony, it is welfare, invited forever. Where there is not, it is what is invited.